Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports. Just wanted to do a quick take on, of course, I had to talk about him because he's been, and he continues to be, the center of attention. There's so much drama in the NBA, like, you know that song, so much drama in the LBC, Snoop Dogg, but no, like literally there's so much drama in the NBA, especially when this guy is around. So Ben Simmons, quick Ben Simmons update. He is still injured and suffered a setback. He can't sprint. He can't jump shoot. And he suffered this back injury at the trade deadline. So they have no timetable on when he will return. I think there is about less than a month of games left. So about 4 weeks. 3.5 weeks actually. So I don't know. You know, I wish I had more to say, but still not playing. His back must be really hurting. You have to think that. Like, I can't see him missing games now because, you know, he had the will not to play for the 76ers because of the stuff that he claims he was bothered by. I get it. But, you know, now he's not bothered by anything. He's on one of the greatest teams in the NBA right now. And teams that are 1 and 2 fear facing the Nets. So check this clip out. Quick Ben Simmons update. He is still not playing and suffered a setback. Jag from Jaggy Sports.
The potential of Ben Simmons' return, and is there a potential date?
Well, so no, there's not a potential date, just first and foremost. But I spoke with Sean Marks, the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets, yesterday, and he said that Ben Simmons is making some progress. He's able to start jump shooting, but remember, George, he cannot yet run and he can't sprint. That's pretty key to getting back on the basketball court. And the way it's been described to me is the progress hasn't been linear for Ben Simmons. He's been dealing with this back issue since right around the trade deadline. He's been working. He did have a setback initially that the Brooklyn Nets have already talked about. I know that he has not had an additional setback. That's what Sean Marks said. But the progress, it just hasn't been linear. It's been slow. They are holding out hope that he's going to be able to return at some point in the regular season. But as you know, George, time is ticking.
Oh, there's no question about that. Malika, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll hope to see you very soon. Thanks again.
Thank you.
With both of you guys, it's Kyrie playing full time, and I understand Kevin Durant's comments, like it feels personal to Kyrie because this is his world that he's living in every day. And it does feel hypocritical that unvaccinated fans can be sitting in the stands, but Kyrie can't play. But here's the reality of the situation. There is a law on the books, and there were people who were fired because of this law all throughout New York. So you can't just say, oh, this looks hypocritical because of Kyrie from one player. Laws in this country apply to everyone.
Right.
And so if you have to change a law, which was done at a different point in the pandemic, was done by the previous mayor, you have to it takes some time. Things don't happen that quickly. It's not just about dropping a public health mandate here. This is actually changing a law which affects all these other people in the private sector. And so I'm under the same impression Malika was saying, that there's this expectation that it will change, but how is it going to change? When is it going to change? Laws don't change overnight.
And in regards to Ben Simmons, I mean, you heard Malika say that he's not even running, right? Like that, that's a pretty key part in trying to play basketball, Park, last time I checked. So when you're asking what's wrong with Ben Simmons, the fact that he can't really sprint yet, I think, is something.
And here's the thing that I'm getting to the bottom. Like, he was running, he was playing, he was looking really good in his ramp up.
Right.
And then he had a setback with his back. My sense was that this is a common thing that he's had with his back for a while. But if this is now a couple weeks since that setback.
Well, he had back spasms, though, a number of times.
Before,
I remember covering a multitude of games that I've been at on the sidelines with him dealing with back spasms. So this is a potentially, I'm not saying they're correlated, but it's been issues with him in the past.
Because athletes don't run for a long time, when you reacclimate yourself to not only running but also banging, yes, this seems normal, but if this is more characteristic, it could be a little bit more alarming.
And that's what I was saying when everyone was like, oh, you know, the Philadelphia 76ers, they got fleeced and the Nets got the better deal, because I'm like, when Ben Simmons comes back, people have to realize you have to adjust to the pace of the game. Like, you don't know what your body is going to be able to take. And right now, the Brooklyn Nets are in the playoffs. And we're talking about bringing. No, but it's the playoffs for right. The play in, but they got to play playoff type basketball. So you're talking about bringing a guy that hasn't played since June, and you're putting them in this type of high competitive level of play, and you're saying like go out there and he's dealing with back issues. But I just don't know. I don't want to question a guy, you know, when they say that they injured.
So basically, Ben Simmons not playing, and you know, everyone thinks he should be playing. Can he come back in like 2 to 3 weeks? I'm not 100% sure if he will. I think he's going to be back in like 4 weeks, but 2 to 3 weeks, I highly doubt that, but you never know. So we'll check it out, tell you how it is. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports, and you know, I wish I had more. But any other developments, I will let you know. Jag from Jaggy Sports.